They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time for a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find an easy handoff and just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense got to stop. And now... Oh, he's got to fight. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The Huskers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Here we go. Rides the back on the option. The give. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Touch pass on the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
He wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth there. This offense needed a touchdown. No doubt that that was the guy the QB was going to be looking for in that play.
Point is true, and they're on top by 7. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. This quarterback has had a less than stellar game. There's been next to zero execution in the passing game. They haven't taken care of the football, and they'll try to get something going, and they'll have to mount a rally. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. It's not the case there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
He is not afraid to use that stiff arm as a weapon as he bangs his way to the 28. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make movement, a change impossible. Dropping back, it's Stone. Lofts one high and deep. And it's caught inside the 30. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Northwestern ready to dial one up on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown Wildcats. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to...
That has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the extra point splits the upright. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close that drive going to the air for the final few inches and the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like 2 heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
You'll get a fresh set down stop at the 31-yard line.
I like the quarterback making the decision. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. If we're getting 5+ yards, that is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. It was quite a burden for Dylan Raiola a year ago, viewed as the Nebraska football savior. So, Jesse, how should he approach growth and improvement in his sophomore season?
Well, I think you got to continue to grow. There were a lot of eyes on Dylan Raiola last year, and for good reason. He is unbelievably talented, but you saw the swagger that he brings to the offense and that X factor and demeanor he really brings to the team. They believe in him. They were able to win a lot of close games a season ago. I think it's not about resting on their laurels. It's about taking the next step and trying to do that.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
With the catch, it's on. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Cornhuskers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. There he goes. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
And the Huskers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Might as well give it to him again. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Well, right away after picking up the 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for them.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Nebraska.
The Huskers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll move the wide receiver. To throw, it's Raiola. He wants it all. Snap in the end zone. Touchdown, Huskers. Point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Here's the handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after it. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
The defense makes a play. Finally, this is a lot of offense early in this football game. A lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable. And then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks, good things happen for your defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, the deep ball was there, and it he gets it away from his own end zone. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They took their time out of the gate, but now starting to try to take control of this game on offense here in the second quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, and they're playing good complementary football up to this point, but this is a huge opportunity, David, for them to really create some momentum.
Well, and the defense did such a good job keeping them in the game early. Now, holding down their end. Now get the offense rolling, put up some points on the score.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with a turnover.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to, and as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw, it's Stone. Finds his tight end. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Northwestern.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point is good. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. And from inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. Got the first down and more. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They'll snap it from the 39. First and 10.
Let's go, let's go.
Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Throws to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Got it in the middle, it's Barney. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with third and 4. The Cornhuskers come to the line in the hurry-up. From the gun on third down. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. They get it down at the 36. It will be a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And he'll reach for a 53-yarder and have to guide it in with precision from the right side. That is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these 2 programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out. And with that, back to the Sea of Red and our guys at Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Huskers will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Running into the open space. He's on the loose. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. To the air, it's Stone. He's going to throw deep right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Northwestern will have to find it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Leaves it with the running back. Turning it on! These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Second and short equals bow up, be physical, move a hole, get a gap, let my back fall forward. That back had nowhere to run, no push up front. Be more physical, Jesse, on those second down and short situations.
So for that point, David, I think you got to stick with them if you're on offense as it's staff. Challenge your guys to get some push up front. You've recruited this position really well. You need these guys to move some bodies because you've got a talented guy in the backfield that can hurt this defense if you just give him a crease.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Nothing too exotic about that blitz right there. That's just the middle linebacker coming right up the middle of the field in the teeth of that offensive lineman. Nobody accounted for him, and he gets home.
The Huskers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle, it's Barney. And a big gain, they've got it on the 46.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Grabbed into the middle. It's Barney. And doing a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Cornhuskers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Didn't get anything done. 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Looking for room. It's Porter. He's our loss. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Scanning the field. It's Stone. Catch in the middle. It's coming. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end route there.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Northwestern will send out the punt team. And the returner is stopped. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Ocean from the wideout. Running back searching for a hole. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. They'll move the wide receiver. Leaves it with the back. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. They'll send the back in motion. Snap to the back. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The give. It's off the defender. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Over the middle. It's Barney. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
They go to the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Second down with this offense is set up. First and goal from the 9.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the Huskers have it in scoring position on first and goal. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff the run play, make them get into more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They're working that left side. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here.
Hey, 27 jump.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top.
All field goals are not created equal. These kicks in the fourth quarter to take the lead, they just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there, knocking that thing through the uprights with all the pressure, all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Just enough there to get it to the 25 and pick up a 2. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not opening up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make movement change impossible. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Breaks the tackle. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
He was not fooled on that. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off cover, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for him.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
And that defense picks up the sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air, it's Stone. Looking left. And the pass is incomplete. Sharp forced by the hit.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Northwestern will have to punt it away. Makes a catch at the 10. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. First play of the drive comes from the 22. On the run, inside. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you got the lead late. You want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there, and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Might be changing the route. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Finds a spot in the middle. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get it down at the 35.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to run.
This time they'll go to the running game. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Finds his man. It's Barney. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
Nice job executing the 4-minute offense. You know, they practice this throughout the week, having a lead late in the game, running plays to just get enough to get first downs to stay on the field, and they are executing this 4-minute offense to perfection.
The give on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, here we go.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And they've converted their first 2 third-down opportunities, but a 3rd and long is a different animal. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's an interception. Oh, and they need that turnover. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. The eyes now turn to the defense to see whether they can keep this lead intact late in the 4th. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. give to the running back.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
The Huskers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches.
Here we go.
They'll go to the fullback. All down, and he has enough to move the chains. The clock winds down with the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. And they'll take a knee. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go?
Set, ready.
The handoff to Johnson. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Press.
They'll move the tight end.
Ready, go.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Oh, he's got some space. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs, and get a W.
And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.